Good morning. It's Friday and it's our assembly again. So we're going to have another bit of a story, and it's another one about mental health by the same author. But before we do that, I wonder if you can remember the finger meditation that I taught you on Wednesday. So pause the video and I want you to see if you can do it. And maybe you can get your family along with you so that you can remind yourselves what that meditation is like. Okay, pause the video, give that a go. Right, so if you've got your family around, let's see, get your hand. Where are we? There we go. And remember, we go in, out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so with me now. There we go. Well done. Now, just like I said on Wednesday, it's really important, just like any new skill, that you practice it, because your brain needs practice in order for that meditation to work. And it will help calm you down if you're worried or if you're anxious about something, but it only works if you've practiced it lots and lots. So that's your homework. I want you to see if you can practice that finger meditation, and it might help if you get somebody at home to practice it with you. It might help if a mum or dad or whoever lives with you, brother or sister, practices the finger meditation along with you. Okay, it's always good to do this with somebody else. Right, let's have a look at the story we're going to read today. So this is My Strong Mind 2, and it's by Niels van Hove, the same person that wrote The Power of Positive Thinking, which was the book that we read on Wednesday. So let's have a look. So Jack is a kind and happy boy. He likes school, he's got many hobbies, but like every boy, he sometimes faces difficult situations. Sometimes they're at home, sometimes they're at school. He gets disappointed with himself. He finds it hard to make new friends. He gets easily upset and angry, and he feels pressured by children to do things that he doesn't like. I wonder what he could do to help himself. At school, his friend Kate told him that your mind is very strong and powerful, and you can train your mind to decide what to think about yourself, about others, or about any situation. And this story, whilst it talks about other people, isn't so much about other people for us, it's about the situation that we're in, because we're all in a very different situation. You're all at home and you're not coming into school to see your friends, so there might be things that you're worried about or things that you've heard on the news, and we're going to look at some strategies that will help you to train your mind to cope really, really well with it. You can tell your strong mind how to react to your fears and worries. This helps you to stay positive, be yourself and be at your best. And Jack decided to use his strong mind with all of his challenges. So that evening he wrote down some things he didn't like about himself. Playing soccer badly, struggling with piano lessons, a poor test result at school, having few friends. However, behind every disappointment, he wrote something positive about himself. And he called this his positive list. So you take all the bad things and you turn them into good things. So for example, the bad thing is I'm stuck at home and I can't see my friends. The good thing is that I've got a tablet that I can use to speak to my friends. I can video call my friends. And the good thing is that even though I'm not seeing my friends, I'm seeing more of my family. So I'm turning the bad thing into a good thing. Jack's positive list helped him to remember what made him proud. He could always use it to be confident and stay positive about himself. The next day at school, Jack wanted to make new friends and spotted a group of boys playing soccer. At first, he didn't dare step forward. Then he thought about his positive list and all the things that made him proud about himself. This gave him confidence and he walked over to the group to say hello. Later on, some boys dared Jack to throw a stone through a school window. They teased Jack and told him, "You're a chicken if you don't do it." Jack counted to 10 to calm himself down. He told the boys he could make up his own mind and he didn't like doing these kind of things. And then he walked off. Now remember, when we talked about counting to 10 on Wednesday, we said that the counting to 10 only works when you count very slowly, because it's about the oxygen in the air getting to your brain and helping you to think things through calmly, because that oxygen will help you to calm down. And that's why the finger breathing works really, really well. So instead of counting to 10, the finger breathing is a really good strategy to use for that. In the school vegetable garden, Jack found a bird with a broken wing. He felt sad for the bird and softly started crying. Some kids saw this and laughed at him, but Jack thought, it's okay to have emotions, I'm just being sad. And he gently picked up the bird and looked after it. When Jack arrived home, he couldn't find his favourite toy. He got upset and so angry it felt like his head was about to explode. His mother calmly walked into the kitchen and asked, Jack, how big is your problem? On the fridge, Jack read a problem list he'd made together with his parents. So there's ginormous, you need a lot of help from an adult. There's big, you can solve it with some adult help. Little, you can solve it with a little reminder. And tiny, you can fix it all by yourself. I think it might be a little problem, Jack said, calmer now. Well, shall I help you find your toy then, his mum asked. Mum and Jack tried to find the toy together. And this is a really, really good thing to do, to work out what sort of problem this is. So if you think about the fact that we're all stuck inside, that there's the coronavirus and there's some people who are getting poorly, you need a lot of help from an adult, and actually you can't solve these things. That's why it's the government's responsibility, and there's some really important people who are helping people get better and making sure that everybody is safe, and they're making some of the decisions for us so that we don't need to worry about these. You can't solve this problem, but actually it's somebody else's problem to worry about, and you don't need to worry about that right now. You can solve the little things yourself. So Mum and Jack tried to find the toy together. That evening, Jack was learning to play a new song on his keyboard, but he kept hitting the wrong notes all the time, and Jack was frustrated. He felt like giving up, and then he told his mind, keep trying your best, you can do it. He kept trying and finished the song without any mistakes. Jack felt very proud. I wonder how many people have tried the challenges that the Multiflex team have been putting on Facebook, on the Multiflex School Sports Facebook page, because there's some of those that are skill challenges, like the throwing and catching and the kicking the balls at a target, that are really difficult to do. And I think when I did those, I got them wrong to begin with, and I couldn't do it, and I had to practice as well. So I wonder if you've got to practice those too. As Jack was getting ready for bed, he thought about the school camp he had the next day. Jack was a little bit scared to go camping for 2 days and was nervous about being away from home. And whilst his dad was tucking him in, Jack asked, Daddy, is it okay to be a bit different sometimes and be afraid to go away from home? You're fine just as you are, Jack, said his dad. And of course it is okay to be scared sometimes. I've been scared many times in my life. His dad smiled. Everyone feels a little bit scared when doing something for the very first time, but that's how we learn. Jack felt comforted that it was okay to have fears. And actually what Jack had done was he talked to somebody about the fact that he was a little bit scared. And when you talk to somebody about how you feel, if you're worried, if you're scared about something, it makes you feel better. Jack was tired from a long day. He was less worried about school camp and happily fell asleep. And his mind grew just a little bit stronger that day. So there's these 4 things, 4 C's, that talk about mental toughness when we're resilient. There's commitment. I set goals and work hard to deliver them. I plan what I'm going to do and see if I can do it. Control. I'm proactive and keep my emotions in check. I realise that I can actually control my emotions. There's challenge. I stretch myself and learn from everything. I see if I can do something and then I see if I can get even better at it. And there's confidence. I have the ability and can stand my ground. And that's really important because you can say, this is what I want to do. I'm determined to do it. So there we go, guys. We've had a little bit more about your positive mind, and you've all got a really strong, powerful mind. And if you practice those things, if you practice those strategies, then you too can be confident like Jack was, and you can overcome your worries. Now, it's a little bit of a worrying time around at the moment because there's the coronavirus, and there's, like I said earlier on, there's people in the news who are becoming poorly. And it might be that you're having to stay at home for a while because somebody who's in your house is poorly. Okay? And it might be that you're worried about things. But there's things that we've talked about that will help you to feel better. So it might be that you use your finger breathing. And out and in. And if you keep doing that, and you do it maybe a couple of times every day, just for a couple of minutes, it will help to calm you down. It might be that you tell your powerful mind, yes, I'm worried. I know I'm worried, but actually, this is a problem that somebody else needs to deal with. So who's going to do that? Who's going to deal with that problem? It's not my problem. It's for somebody else to sort out. So who's that adult? Who's that going to be? And you can talk to mum and dad, and they can tell you that the government are looking after people, the doctors are looking after people, and that it's going to be okay because the doctors and the government are making sure that they're doing the best for everybody. Okay? So think about which problems you need to deal with. Listen to mums and dads and make sure you're doing everything that you're being asked. Your teachers have asked me to say how well you're doing with all of your homework, with all of your home learning. Everybody has said that you've been absolutely brilliant because you've been working so hard. So well done, guys. That's absolutely fantastic. Keep it up. So there we go. Lots of things to think about. Please, please, please practice your finger breathing. Check back on the Facebook page, on our school Facebook page every day, because there'll be a new sports challenge from Mr. Webb or another one of the Multiflex team. And I will see you for the next assembly next Monday. And next Monday is the start of the Easter week. So our assemblies next week are going to be all about Easter. Okay, right, there you go. Bye-bye. See you soon.